Hello everyone, I am Shri Devi from CCAB Institute of Engineering and Technology. Today we'll be looking after the data protection in the TKIP, that is Temporal Key Integrity Protocol, and CCMP, that is counter mode with a CBC MAC protocol. As we have seen that RC4, that is reversed cipher, is having a lot of flaws in that one. So for that purpose, the TKIP, which is a temporal key integrity protocol, was built for the wireless networks. So this is going to work in a two-phase mixing. Now you can see that one in this diagram. Now let us see that how exactly it is going to work. So the first one is, it is going to use the term called as a TK, which is a temporal key that is being generated in the key hierarchy, which is 128 bit key, right? And it is going to use the sender's MAC address, which is a 48 bit key, and it is going to use the four most significant bytes of the sequence counter, and all together it is being put for the first phase, that is pseudo random function, that is phase 1, and we have the pseudo random function, that is a phase 2. In the first phase, the TKIP is going to perform this set of the operations, and this input is fed for the next phase, where it is going to use the 2 bits least significant of the sequence counter, and the resultant is our RC4 per frame key. Now we have been having this sequence counter. So what is the use of this sequence counter is, it is very simple that each and every time the frame is being sent, it has to make sure that there is no replay attack. Now what does that replay attack means is that the sender is going to send the frames and the receiver has to receive the frames. If in case the receiver is not receiving the frame, or if it is receiving the multiple frames with the same number, then we call it as a replay attack. So to avoid that one, we are using this sequence counter to keep track and avoid the replay attacks. So this is the one of the method using which the data protection can be provided. The next method that we are seeing is CCMP, that is counter mode with CBC MAC protocol. So even in this also, you can see in the diagram, that is a TK, that is temporal key, is being fed as an input, and the initialization vector is being taken. We have the additional authentication data where the operation is being performed, that is XOR operation is being performed, and which is fed to the next input, and we are having these PN frames. This PN frame is nothing but it is a packet number which is going to keep track of the frames that is being sent from the sender to the receiver, so that no more duplicate frames are to be received. So once it is going to generate this code, it is being, the XOR operation is being performed to generate the cipher text. So that is AI is being fed. Now how is AI being calculated? That is encryption on the per packet number along with the count of I and J. Using this temporal key, we are going to get the AI value for every frame, and for that one, with each packet we are going to perform the XOR operation to get the cipher text. So this method is proved to be the best way to provide the security for the messages. Hope the concepts are clear for you people. Thank you.